What's going on, chat room? Well, today we got Lee on the show from Warhammer666 and from Morian Productions. Lee, thank you, brother, for coming on and doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I wanted to come on with, for the last one, but we couldn't organise or something happened. But now we got you. Absolutely. Now you're part of us.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. Talk about
the album. I've been told I need to talk about the album.
Well, actually, talk about your origins, how you got into playing drums. If you want to start out talking about that.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of kids, banging on cardboard boxes, and I had a brother who was a guitar player, and at the time this was back in the early '80s, and he introduced me to the LA metal scene, and the first album I picked up was a David Lee Roth album. It was David Lee Roth's Skyscraper, actually. But he had like everything, because as a guitar player, he was into Gary Moore and Steve Vai and all that, and the Steve Vai just I gravitated towards that because he was flashy as shit. And the first thing I saw of him was that awesome opening to Yankee Rose, right? Remember the Yankee Rose? He would make the guitar talk. It was phenomenal from back in the day, right? So I saw that, and then when I had enough money, which was obviously my own money, I bought the Skyscraper album, which was the one after it, which wasn't as good, but it's one of those albums now that, even though it's probably not his strongest album, man, it's just it reminds me of so much. You know what I mean? Like when the guitar tone and just that whole David Lee Roth era. So that was something. And then I started kind of playing along to that as best I could on cardboard boxes. My parents bought me a practice pad and some sticks, and I think after that, the school that I was at had a drum kit, and I started banging away on that. And my dad came to see me play, and he's like, "Oh shit, he can actually play, so we might get him a kick." So, hence the monster was created, I guess.
That's nice, man. Usually the first album you get exposed to or purchase, usually that album sticks with you. You never forget it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I mean, like, I was talking to the Goat Metal Show the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but I was talking about you would know the Shrapnel records, right?
I
remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured if anyone's going to remember, it's going to be you. So that was just all guitar shredders. And the funny thing was that a lot of bands, I don't know if you were the same, but a lot of bands I disliked, but I loved some of the people in it. You know what I mean? Like I always loved Nikki Sixx more than I loved Motley Crue. I always loved, when it got later on down the track, it was always I gravitated towards a musician in the band, and I wasn't a real big fan of the band. Right. There was just something about them, and they were never drummers. The only drummer I ever liked was Tommy Lee, and it was only because he could spin upside down and do crazy shit with his drumsticks, and he looked like he was having a fucking ball when he was playing.
Right. Yeah,
so the big showmanship.
I'm sorry, man.
No, that's all right. But you know how bad those albums were. They were just really good guitar players, but they were real generic, right?
That's true, and a lot of them had some pretty bad production, too, from what I remember.
Yeah. I have a feeling there were a lot of drum machines and different things. Like, they were just backing tracks that these guys could just shred the bejesus out of. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they were always cool. They always had cool covers. There was something about them, and then I believe the Marty Friedman, there was one that was like a thrash one. I can't remember if it was a Marty Friedman and something else, but there was like, oh man, that was when I was getting into Metallica and all that, and I figured I got to get that because it's a thrash album, right? But not too many shredding thrash albums.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Well, he did Hawaii. That was his first.
That on CD.
Yeah, Hawaii came out in '82 or '83.
Yeah.
Then he did Cacophony.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Cacophony. Yeah.
That one.
And Jason Becker.
Yep. So I do remember that one.
Yeah, and I mean, Becker went on to play with David Lee Roth on the next album. So you know, he had a string of really great players in that band.
Man, that guy could really play too.
And look what happened to him. You know, that guy, he's still alive, but Jesus, he can only play with his tongue now or something, right? He can only hit buttons, or he's lost everything, but he's still doing something. And you know, hats off to him. I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't think he's playing anything with his fingers, but he's definitely making noises or something.
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing it, but I believe he's using some kind of computer now to write music.
Yeah,
which I have no clue how he's doing. I can't remember exactly how he's doing it though. You know, with the computer.
Yeah, but I mean that's when you know you got no excuse, right? If you want to create something, if a guy can do it with his mouth or whatever, then you can pretty much pick up any instrument and learn it.
Absolutely, indeed. Yep. So, what about the early years as far as like you getting into metal goes? I mean, you kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few albums which kind of pointed me in directions, like you know, Doc and what was it? Back for the Attack was a big one, because that was like, I mean, you know, David Lee Roth was more the party thing, and you know, I was at that point I was a Kiss fan, and they were like, you know, nothing but a good time, rock and roll all night and stuff like that, and Poison and all that. But when I heard Back for the Attack, it was like that guitar sound scared the shit out of me, because it was suddenly the guitar was front and center in your face. It was big riffs, they were fast, and it was just whatever that sound was. And from there it was like, you know, someone grabbed the Metallica album, someone grabbed the next Metallica album, and then, you know, that kind of stuff. And then Megadeth became my favorite, because for whatever the reason was, I thought that his songs it seemed a lot more, they were bitter. You know, I had no idea that at this point he was even part of the Metallica thing at that point, you know. And then, you know, he just sounded more angry, and I kind of gravitated towards that. So I mean, the thrash thing was a big deal, you know, obviously for everyone back in the late 80s, early 90s, and then I had this one friend, like, because I was, when I was living in Australia at this time, I was moved to the central part of the East Coast, right, and that's. Yeah, I mean, if you know Australia's geography, it's like one city here and the next city's like 9-10 hours away, right?
Right.
So I was smack bang in the center of them. So there was really no record stores, nothing. You would have to send away by mail, and then, you know, 6 weeks later you got it back. And I had one friend that was into metal, and on the same day he got Beherit, Oath of the Black Blood. He got Morbid Angel. I think it was Altars of Madness, and believe it or not, I think I'm going to go ahead and suggest Mr. Bungle, but that could have come a little bit later down the track. But his tastes were all over the place, you know.
Yeah.
And we would listen to the Beherit and just laugh at it because it just sounded so bad, right? It was like, what is this shit? But then we would continually play it as like a joke, because it was so interesting to hear, and then we would play it more than we'd play everything else, and then we had to get more of it. It was like a drug, you know. So that was the extreme part, and then everything just took off from there. It's been no looking back. Florida Death Scene, we went through that. So
yeah, I guess that's my next question. How was the extreme metal scene in Australia back in, like, I don't know, the late 80s or early 90s?
Well, I would say I moved back to Sydney in about 1993, 92. And at that point, man, it was Mortal Sin and all these thrash bands that were kicking off. And there was one extreme metal label, which was Warhead Records. And they had every death band, every, like, extreme metal band at the time. You know, black metal, really, the only band that we'd probably even that I remember from the day, which would have been Sadistic Execution.
Oh, that's a good band.
Yeah, and they were like heroes of, you know, they were heroes of the scene, because they only played, to my memory, they probably played a lot more, but to my memory, they only played Halloween. That was it. And we Australians didn't really celebrate Halloween, but they played it. And you couldn't get into the shows. And I was young at the time, so we'd all fake our IDs to go down and try to get in. And yeah, it was amazing. And then
that's awesome.
All right, what's Fraser doing? Maybe we don't want to.
Fraser.
I just listen to some music.
All right.
Oh,
yeah,
it's not my TV stuff. My TV. I'm playing some Kansas right now.
Kansas. Oh yeah, you were talking about that earlier. Pretty cool.
It's too heavy for me, man. Kansas is too heavy for me.
What?
What was too heavy, Fraser?
Kansas, the band.
Kansas? Are you talking about the extreme shit now?
I was listening to Blue Cheer earlier.
Blue Cheer is awesome.
Wait, what the hell? Hey, what's up, chat? Sorry, we're not ignoring you. See, we got DOA here. You know what? I don't want to know.
What happened now? What did Fraser do this time?
No,
shit.
Let me pull that comment up. He's probably painless. So then we
What's it say, Benny? I can't. I couldn't read it. It's too small.
Oh, are you on a phone?
You'll have to read them out. Yeah. I was supposed to set my computer up. The wife said, "Go set your computer up so you can see the chat." And I'm like, "Okay," and then never did it.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to read on a phone. I'll read them. Great to see our community support tonight. Absolutely, man. It's all about.
Hell yeah.
See, we got Richard Del Grado here.
Rich, there's the silent producer.
Oh yeah, Rich the silent. What's going on, brother? Good to see you here, man.
We had a great chat yesterday.
I did listen to it this morning when I got it. Well, I was kind of listening to it in between at work and on my breaks at work and on the way home.
Yeah,
it was a really good interview.
Yeah, those guys, man, they got their shit together and they ask really interesting questions, and then it just goes off into wherever we go, you know, and there's no rules, and you just keep talking about something that'll lead on to something else, and then eventually we circle back around and
right, absolutely
come back to what we should be talking about. But it's a great place to go and just bullshit for 2 hours. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, Barry's cool.
Especially with Fraser around.
Hey, Fraser.
Well, we weren't as lucky enough that Fraser.
Hey, Fraser, where you at? Miss Antropy has something to say to you.
Oh God.
Dude, you're messing up the audio, laughing out loud. Excuse me there. Whoever has the TV on, turn it the hell off.
I'm not watching TV. I'm listening to music. Hey, my TV shut off, dude. Mr. Zay, recognize.
Fraser, turn it down.
Now, what Fraser's not telling you is that I sat down and had a good chat with Fraser when I was in Texas, and he's quite an insightful character. So the king of Texas can get serious when he wants to get serious, and he can talk some fucking serious metal.
Yeah, I was gonna say talk about that. I want to hear about that.
Yeah, I mean, Fraser, what was that question that you asked JD, and JD could not answer it?
Oh fuck, I can't remember, man.
No, it was if you wanted to meet, wasn't it Sabbath? Hang out with Sabbath or hang out with Voivod.
Yeah.
Any incarnation.
Voivod. I'm not really a Voivod fan at all, man. I mean, you know, a lot of people like him, but I don't care for him. Another band you just mentioned a minute ago, I know Ben likes them. It's a band called starts with a K, not Kansas. Y'all know I'm talking about, Ben.
Band, a name that starts with a K. Are you talking about I don't know. There's a bunch of Kiss. You got to be talking about Kiss.
Yes, sir.
Kiss is my favorite band. Oh, you don't like Kiss? Oh my God, Fraser.
No, he doesn't like.
I like Angel. I like Angel better.
You're like Angel better than Kiss. Hey, that's a bold statement, sir. No, Kiss were always like Kiss were exciting. Kiss were a circus act, and you know, nothing better. If you're going to go see a live show, and I mean, you guys, I don't know if you've ever seen them. I know Benny, you probably have, but Fraser, have you ever seen Kiss live at all?
Nah.
Nah. It's a great show. I mean, even if you don't know any of the songs, it's just a great show.
I know they are and shit, man. But I never got into it, man. I got a buddy of mine, I call him my soul brother, and he loves Kiss, man. I always fuck with him about Kiss and shit. But people have their own taste in music and shit. Okay, well, he's a black guy, not because he's black. I call him my soul brother. He calls me Whitey. What's that, Whitey?
What do you think of Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
Not Tommy Boy, Black Sheep movie.
And I'd like to say DOA. I don't like Ozzy. Y'all know that and shit.
You don't like Ozzy?
Uh-uh.
Wow. Look, I like Ozzy. I like Ozzy up until No Rest of the Wicked. No Rest of the Wicked. I thought that was, you know, everything up until then was great. There was a few songs off of what's the one after that? No More Tears. And then the radio grabbed it and just ruined it. You know what I mean? You couldn't turn it on without hearing "Mama, I'm Coming Home" or some fucking song off it.
Okay, I want to ask y'all a question. I mean, I don't give a shit about it, but that Black Sabbath last show happened in England, shit, and you know you do what, 5 songs?
Did he play it?
I think they did that on purpose, get people buy tickets and shit.
But did Ozzy sing or not?
No, it's coming up in July. Is it July or June?
Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard the rumors that he's not going to be out there, and then the posters have changed to say that featuring Ozzy or something like that. It's some weird wording that doesn't necessarily say that he's going to sing or he may not sing.
Yeah.
That's sad, really.
Dude. People bought tickets for that shit, dude.
Yeah, and they're expensive.
I heard. I mean, how far is England from Australia? I mean, I know you're not.
Well, you guys, I think we're closer to England than what Australia is. I think it's, you know, it's like in a fair way.
No, I'm talking from Australia to England.
That's what I mean. Like it's it's 24 hours from Sydney to here, so you're on the other side of the Atlantic. I think the Brits. So what's that? Another, what is it? 8 hours? I don't know. I've never been, but I just know it's a fair distance.
But my dad had a cousin who lives in Australia.
Yeah.
I don't mind going to Australia and shit, but I don't bet it's ever going to happen and shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool out there. Like, the weather's always kind of cool. We don't have cold winters. I mean, it's kind of like Texas. The summers are hot and the winters aren't. There's no snow, you know, unless you go find it.
It's getting hot already here in Houston, dude. I mean, hot.
It's cold right now, and it's cold here in southeast Missouri.
And shit, man. Fucking sucks, but there's nothing we can do about it. And next month it'll be fucking summertime starting, I think, June 20th.
You guys got a ton of shows going on down there, right?
Fraser? So what? Yeah, I mean, I could have went to a show last night, but I didn't. I was supposed to hook up some girl, but fucking bitch wanted some fucking money and shit, dude.
Yeah.
That was my ex-girlfriend and shit. I gave her some, I don't give a shit, I'll mention it. I gave her some money last week. I said, do not ask for money again. The first thing she did. And she fucking asked for money. I got into it. I said, man, fuck this shit. I'm leaving. I left.
Should have told her, mate. Should have told her I'm saving it for the Warhammer fucking album. But you can get it for more in if you're all curious.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know Fraser hasn't got one yet.
No,
I need to get one still.
I was asking from fucking Aaron shit.
Yeah, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna wait till I come to Texas and hit me up for a freebie.
That's what
that
he's
cheap, that cheap prick.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Hey, when are you coming back to Texas? I heard you talking about it.
I want to come back. There's something going on. Rich was talking about it, or Tone was talking about it yesterday about the
I didn't watch that episode.
Oh, is it September? There's something going on in September or August or something. And that seems about the right time of, you know, though it's going to be stinking hot down there. I think that's a That's probably a good enough.
Or somewhere else. Is here in Houston?
I don't know. I know it's one of the major cities down there, so it must be Houston or Austin.
Houston's one of the big cities and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
I loved Houston. Do you live in Houston, Fraser? Because I know you were. Okay.
Yeah, I live in Houston.
So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool. Like, big ass city, man, driving through that thing and all the bridges and stuff. I was just, fuck me, that's huge. I thought Philly was big.
I'm sorry. One thing that sucks about Houston, it's so fucking high and humid. There's nothing to look at. No mountains or anything like that, dude.
Yeah.
It's all flat.
No. I drove through it. Me and my dad drove through that.
Oh, yeah.
For that storm last year.
But there's like some really cool record stores, man.
Yeah, Sound Exchange. There's another store called Vinyl Edge.
Yeah. Lucky bastard.
There's a store called Sound Revolution and shit. And but Sound Exchange is the one store I go to all the time. They know me there. I've been their customer over probably about 30 years, man.
Is that there? Sound Exchange. Sound Exchange was cool, man. Because Sound Exchange is in this little. I don't know, what do you guys call it? Like a little shopping, like it's a
shopping center. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you kind of park out the front, you go in, and it looks pretty tatty from the outside, but when you get in there, man, it's got everything. It's cool as shit.
I need to go there. The mural, the design they did. I actually know the artist did that. Him and his ex-girlfriend did that.
Yeah. And that's been there for ages, right?
I said what?
That's been there for like a really long time too, right?
Yeah, for about maybe 5 years, maybe. I can't remember.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Maybe less or more. I can't remember when they did it and shit, man.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah, man, I'd love to get down there sometime.
Me too. I want to go to that C-store because of Fraser.
The what?
Yeah.
I want to go to that C-store. I told my dad we go there instead of San Antonio next summer. I want to go to Houston.
Hogwild is pretty cool too. That's a store.
I love that store.
That's where Carl lives. San Antonio and shit, man. See, I know Carl for a fucking long time, man. His old band Thornspawn and shit.
Holy shoot, that's cool.
I call him Porn Spawn.
I wonder why Melvin. I mean, or why Fraser likes all that stuff.
Yeah, shit.
Okay. Fraser's a deviant.
Hey, Lee,
Fraser, when is?
I'm seeing talking and shit.
Yeah, when is Dork Angel playing again?
I hope soon. I don't know when, man. I asked fucking Matt, the drummer and shit. Man, I won't mind doing it, but I want to do it in my Sound Exchange and shit. I already told Kurt to do it if I want to do it. He said it's cool for it, but I don't know when's gonna happen, dude.
When are we gonna get a full length?
Shit, man.
Oh my god.
That band is super tight, man. The band that you've got in that Dork Angel, man, they like, when you get there, you don't know what to expect, right? Fraser's getting up there and you think it's going to be a bit of a comedy act, and it isn't. It's like, I mean, though I don't think Fraser knows what the fuck he's saying, it's still fucking good.
That's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
It's still really good. Like we were shocked, to tell you the truth, and
I appreciate that.
Fraser just fucking ruled that stage. So if you think it's going to be shitty and a joke, you're in for a fucking like a surprise, because it's definitely a fucking serious band.
Okay, there's a show coming up where fucking Mordit, fucking Reddick and shit at here in Houston and shit on June 20th, I think.
Yeah, that's the Lord Humongous.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be like J-Dog.
Band.
I'm gonna be doing the fucking announcement of each band.
You're gonna be the master of ceremonies.
Yeah. Asked me if I would do it. I said, "Oh yeah, I'll do it, man."
The Master Blaster.
Shit, man. I never heard of them. Have you, Lee?
What's that?
Humongous. Have you heard of the music?
Yeah, they're good, man. They are good. I guess they call them thrash. I guess they are. I mean, I'd heard them through, Revic when he had talked about them, and I picked up it was the rehearsal CD that they had, they're fucking top shelf, man. Like you'll love them, you really will, and they fucking look the part. My only concern with them is that, listen, Mad Max belongs to us, and an American band shouldn't be touching that shit. But you know,
you're talking about Lord Humongous, good band.
Yeah.
I heard the name, but I don't think I've ever heard the music.
Yeah, I think they sit well with Mordant Red. Like I think it's a good package.
Mask and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
And they've been on J Dog's channel. You know, they've had an interview there.
Yeah, I think I've seen. I watch nearly every day J Dog's channel, man.
Yeah,
well, I think about him. I mean, man, he's a cool guy, man. But he always talks about Cannibal Corpse and DSI and Mortician a lot. I mean, I like those bands.
Yeah.
Shit, but
yeah, I mean, he likes what he likes, and when I met him, like I said to him, like when he talks about his scene and about, you know, if you don't know this band, you're a poser. I'm like, keep in mind, J Dog, like when that shit was like when the Necrovores and all that shit was cranking, there was no fucking internet, you know. So if you didn't have someone who by chance had that tape in the trading scene, like we had our own scene. Yeah. And I'm saying, look, these are bands that you've never heard, and they're probably just as fucking good. And he's like, oh shit, you know, like send me that. So I'm like, I'll send you some stuff, but you've never fucking heard of them, as I've never heard of half of the shit that you're talking about, you know. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm being educated on now since I've been here. It's like, fuck me, there's like this whole new world that's opened up since I've come to this place.
I'm amazed. Example, I'm amazed. People pay $50 to view people's albums.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll give you an example of how that works, though. There was a band which, look, they're a good band. I think everyone involved in it is a shithead. But as far as what they did, J-Dog reviewed it and hated it. Fucking hated it. He really panned it.
Talking about?
I could say it, but I'm not going to give him any. I'll tell you off the air. All right.
Okay.
But he did say that he thought it was shit. And if you're not into the black metal, the really lo-fi stuff, it probably sounds like noise. Anyway, as soon as he said that he hated it, they sold out of everything. Like it was just the best. Whatever that was. What's the word I'm talking from? Like the publicity they got from J-Dog panning it, was like amazing.
Yeah, so, that's weird how that works. It seems like sometimes negativity can be in your advantage, if you know what I mean.
Well, keep in mind, there's a lot of people out there that love to hate J-Dog, you know. So he's very opinionated, and he says what he means, and they fight back on it. And so when he says something, they're like, well, let me go see how shitty this band is. And it turns out that a lot of people must have liked it because they sold out.
Right.
So, I mean, I would pay J-Dog to tell him that my stuff is shit just so I could have somebody come over and look at it. But, you know, when I met him, like I had a CD, like I had the Ram It Up Your Ass CD, and I gave that to him. And I'm like, I'm not going to annoy this dude and find out if he'd listen to it. Like, if he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, it's no, I mean, at this point, who gives a shit, right?
Exactly.
So, you know, it is what it is. But fingers crossed, you know, if he ever hears it and he thinks it's cool, he might say something. But if not, so what? But my wife and his wife get on great. Like, they text each other and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
I met his wife too, man.
And she's really nice, man.
Yeah.
She was really nice. Like I thought that she looks pretty standoffish, but I thought he was going to be like that, but he wasn't. He was really engaged when he spoke to you.
Yeah.
Really kind of interested in what you're saying, and you know, he had something to say, and then he let you talk. But he was cool as shit.
Did you see that episode? I'm sorry. Did you see that episode I did an interview with him?
Yes. I did see that, Fraser.
I wish I had more fucking views, man.
Here we go, Fraser. Here we go now. Fraser's bursted his ego now.
But you know, like it'll be something where a lot of people, like I know Paul Krutz, like I know he's a big fan, you know, and he'd probably give his left arm to have a fucking interview with J-Dog. So it's something where you got to do something for the time being that he hasn't. So you can fucking run that in his face. How's that?
Exactly.
If it makes you feel any better.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
what about you, Benny? I've never heard your Genesis. What's your Genesis story?
Like as far as getting into metal goes?
Yeah, because you must be similar age to me.
Yeah, I'm
maybe 40, a bit younger.
I'm 46. Like,
you're a little bit younger than me.
You're 50, right, Lee?
Nearly 50. I'm 49.
See, I'll be 57 in July. I'm getting old,
mate,
man.
You don't look a day over 62.
Oh yeah, but
yeah, I'm the young pup, pretty much.
I'm sorry, Ben. I can't really say something. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
Nah, as far as me getting into metal goes, I mean, I guess you could say in a way I got into it in the early 80s. I was just freaking 2 or 3 years old when I first heard, I don't know, a band like, I mean, by today's standards, this wouldn't be metal. Well, wouldn't be classified as heavy metal. But like my earliest exposure was Def Leppard's Pyromania.
Yeah, it's a great album.
That would have been 83. Then I remember seeing like Quiet Riot on MTV at that time, and that would have been around the time too where they blew up with Metal Health. Come On, Feel the Noise, I believe was the first song I can remember hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course you had bands like Twisted Sister, Rat, and I was really into Van Halen and AC/DC too, prior to, discovering thrash.
Yeah.
I always felt like the true genesis of me, like, really getting into metal, though, even though I was exposed early on to, that side of it, the true genesis is when I got into thrash metal or got exposed to thrash. Like, the Metallica's Master of Puppets would have been the first thrash album I remember hearing.
Yeah.
Then I think the second one I heard was Among the Living by Anthrax.
Great album, too.
I remember a buddy of mine had this cassette tape. It was just called thrash metal. Like back in the day, they used to have these like cassette tapes they were like little compilation tapes, that had a bunch of different bands on them. So I remember hearing Megadeth off of that. This would have been around the time too when when So Far So Good, So What was new.
Yep.
Yeah, 88. So yeah, I remember Megadeth and Slayer was on that cassette tape, and Nuclear Assault and Death Angel, and that's what really just got me hooked on thrash. It's like everything after that, there was no turning back after that. It had to be faster, it had to be heavier. And it's like,
is that why you picked up guitar because of thrash, or were you playing guitar before you got into thrash?
Oh yeah, thrash is definitely the reason why I picked up a guitar. Now in 1988 I didn't play guitar.
All right.
I didn't start playing guitar till 92. It was around 92 when I first started kind of playing. In 93, in 93 for Christmas that year, I got my first guitar. That's when I really, obviously, got into it. And at that time, it was weird because that's when grunge and all that stuff was coming up, like, Nirvana, stuff like that was coming up, and I'm still like really into thrash metal and starting to kind of get into death metal at that point. So yeah, I mean, and obviously Black Sabbath too. I mean, Black Sabbath's like another big reason why I got into wanting to play guitar too.
Yeah.
And the first,
and I mean, how did you get? Okay, so I've noticed when you play guitar, are you left-handed?
I am left-handed.
So why, I mean, I guess, did you just get given a normal guitar and you had to learn how to play it, and that's why you play it upside down? Is that, so you never tried it the other way because you were already at this point with the way you were doing it?
Well, it's kind of funny. You mentioned that, actually, because I did try it that way, like in the beginning. Yeah. It's weird. I never felt comfortable playing that way. So I just kind of did the Hendrix thing and decided, what, fuck it, I'll just play upside down.
It's amazing, man, because I've never seen another guitar player really do that. Like, it's super rare. I mean, as far as Hendrix, but I mean, who else has there been that's done that? And I'm not a big guitar player guy, so I mean, forgive me my trespass if I've missed someone, but like when I saw that, I thought that's super fucking interesting because I've never seen anyone else do it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think the guitar player of Atheist played upside down too.
All right.
There's a couple other players out there. I can't think of the names though. I mean, obviously Hendrix was the big one. I've seen a couple other guys too play that way.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're unbelievable fucking player, my friend.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, man.
And you've got your songs. I think it's a unanimous around the board.
It's kind of weird too. Like when I was getting into like thrash metal and death metal, I hated hair metal back then. I fucking hated it. It was like years later when I really started. And it's funny because I started out on like Twisted Sister, like I said, and stuff like that. So I knew what it was. I think what it was around that time too, you had a bunch of that stuff coming out. And I'm 12, 13 years old. I'm like, fuck this shit. I want to hear stuff that's fast and aggressive.
Yeah.
But no, it took me a long time to really appreciate, like, the hair metal. I hate calling it hair metal, but
I call it glam metal.
Glam metal.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of call it glam, but I mean, I always thought it was fun music. Like it was always, it was never really negative. Like even though those guys were all drug addicts and probably had horrible lives, like everything was about the party or the girls, right? So it was always something cool. And when I saw the Kiss video, Exposed, did you ever see it?
Oh yeah. Actually,
and Gene Simmons says that he was playing to get chicks. That was it. And I was like, I'm playing whatever I can pick up. It never quite worked out, but still I tried.
That's probably my mindset too when I was young. I'm like, yeah, if Gene can get all these chicks, so the fuck can I. So I'm gonna play.
Exactly.
Damn it. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but.
What were you saying, Fraser? You said something?
I've seen I watch Shannon Tweed's movies, his wife's movies.
Oh, I bet you do.
She had nice hooters, man.
Gene knows how to pick them. So
yeah. That's definitely true.
He knows how to pick 5,000 of them or something, right? Wasn't that his number?
He's a ho-ho.
Man, no, anyways, back to the hair metal thing. Actually, you know what got me into hair metal, glam metal, whatever you want to call it? I think it was the late 90s. Yeah, it would have been like 97, 98, when Motley Crue got back together with Vince Neil at that time. That's what made me want to like go back and rediscover some of these bands that I might have bashed. So I went back, listened to all the Rat albums. I'm like, you know what? This shit's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Rat were cool, man. I always preferred Rat to Motley, to tell you the truth.
Oh, absolutely. Then Dawkins. Actually, it's weird. I was kind of actually always into Dawkins, even when I was like in that hate. Even back when I was in that early stage of hate and all that stuff, I like Dawkins for some reason.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo Ben, my first song is by Dawkins.
What is it?
Dream Warrior.
It's an awesome song.
I think that was a few people's introduction through the Freddy movie, right? Through Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. And then,
okay.
I mean, I saw Dokken play 2 years ago, and dude, it was painful. It was really painful to watch because obviously Don's not in the best shape, and
right.
The band was tight. Like the band was really tight, and they were playing actually support. They were the headline, and Lynch and the Lynch Mob were the support acts, right?
Oh,
and George Lynch came out and did a few songs, and it was really cool to see it. But you could tell when Don was there by himself and he was singing, man, it was like he could give a shit. But when George got on that stage, he perked up.
Oh,
like you could see it, wow. And it was really cool to see those two back, and because they hated each other. They always hated each other. They never had a nice word to say.
It's kind of a shame they never had that. I mean, I guess it could still maybe happen. It would be cool to see at least one more Dawkins album with George Lynch back on guitars.
Yeah, and he's in really good shape. He looks phenomenal for like an older guy, and he's all jacked.
Yeah,
I wish I looked like that. Jesus,
I'm gonna say I think he's like 70 now or 71.
That old?
I don't know, man. He doesn't look it. Like, he looks young. It must be the metal lifestyle that keeps us all kind of looking a certain age. Except for Fraser, he looks like fucking 78.
No, whatever, bitch.
But I mean, like, look at all those guys. Like, I always look at Alice Cooper. Like, I saw Alice Cooper play 2 or 3 years back now.
Ooh.
And he looked fucking amazing.
Oh, man.
Like, he looks good, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's, got the baby blood that he's injecting into himself or something, but my goodness, like, he's got the energy of a young guy, Now, I saw Ozzy in 2015, and he looked fucking great. Like, he was jumping around like a maniac, and now look at him, 10 years later, he can hardly stand up and talk.
Yeah, which sucks. But no, Alice Cooper still looks good. In fact,
he's got all of his faculties too, so he's quite a smart man.
And he just put out a new song. It's with the original Alice Cooper band. I checked it out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they're putting out a new album. I think it's coming out in August or September. Yep. And I checked out the new song. It's freaking good. Like, Alice Cooper does not sound like a 77-year-old.
No, he's still got that swagger about him, and it's funny, when I was back in Australia just before, I was about, it'd have to be around the mid-2000s, he was playing a little club, it must have been and Ben, you could probably throw the year out, it was like, what was the album after Hey Stupid? Was it Brutal Planet, or was it the one that had the comic book, wasn't it?
Oh, was that?
But it was in that time frame.
Was it Brutal Planet?
No, I think that was the one after it. But anyway, someone can look it up. But he had a beat, like, it was Eric Singer was the drummer. He had one of the really cool guitar players that's kind of looked at now is he plays in everything. Like, you see him in Quiet Riot, and he's in something else, and he's in every LA band. Yeah, and like, he had a really solid lineup, and I didn't want to go see him because it was like $100 to go see him, but it was a small club, and I was like, no, I'm not going to go. And I was like, fucking hell, what a dickhead, because it would have been kind of really intimate. And I would have been able to see Alice in a club, instead of when I saw him a few years ago, which was at the Hard Rock, and it was like an auditorium. It was a lot more people, not as personal. But I kicked myself. That's the one thing that I like. Shithead, you should have just gone and done it,
Oh, absolutely.
I found the name. The Last Temptation.
The Last Temptation. So it must have been around that era. So it was kind of not the glammy, when they all went over to the more stripped back, kind of grungy type of thing, which I didn't... Actually, I don't think that was a bad album. I don't know if it was Brutal Planet, which I thought was a little bit kind of, how's it going? But that one wasn't too bad, if I remember correctly. But sorry, mate. Here you go.
You know what's funny? You guys talking about hair metal? Someone came out with a hair metal song this year. Wait till you see who it is.
What is it? I can't see it.
The new Ghost.
They did a song called Love Pistol. Love Missile. Who he's talking about? He wants to take his love pistol to a woman in the song.
Kind of like Love Gun.
Yeah, basically.
Almost.
Yeah. Hearing a glam rock song on a CD, on a Ghost CD.
Funny, I've never been a big Ghost fan. What about you, Benny?
Ghost is kind of like hit and miss with me. I think right now I'm a little sick of hearing about him because that's all I've seen all over.
I'm sorry.
And I've heard the new album's actually not bad. I'm not that I'm ever going to listen to it, but the people have heard it said that it's pretty good.
It's not.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
chef's
not
kiss.
bad.
I've been a metalhead since 1990 when I was 10 years old.
Well, that's going back some. I got you by like 2 years.
Nobody knows my first band was Scatterbrain.
I was scared. Yeah. Look, they were big in Australia. That Don't Call Me Dude, I think that was probably big all over the world, but definitely a massive song in Australia.
And then I learned about death metal with the band Death
Mm-hmm.
in 1991. Then I learned about Entombed through Headbangers Ball, Wolverine
Yeah.
Blue. That got me into Swedish death metal. And a lot of people hate me for saying this. I didn't get into Judas Priest until Rick Rowan's era. But then with Rob Halford, I became a fan of Rob Halford through Fight in 1993.
Oh yeah. I don't mind the first Fight album, man. The first Fight album was fucking good.
That is a good
Like,
album.
I mean, you could probably say that it did kind of fucking have a Pantera-ish edge to it, but like Nailed to the Gun and what's that figure in? What was it called? Something in Black.
Oh,
Spirit in Black. Life in Black. Life in Black.
Yeah.
Like that was a fucking heavy album, dude. Like, and then the second one came out, and I was like, I don't know what this is. But the first Fight album, I thought was fucking amazing.
I did.
Coming off that.
That one a lot back in the day. I still have it on tape too.
Yeah, that was the first way I bought it too. Was on cassette. I bought that and Duff McKagan on the same day. I mean, that was a shocking album. Oh boy.
Oh man, we got. What's up, Tone Joker? We got Paul here in the chat room too.
Then I learned about Pantera from a friend in high school.
Yeah.
If you live in, and then because of them, I got into a lot of the more like groovier stuff and some stuff that Mel Ben hates too, like new metal and all that.
Oh shit.
Oh yes. I think everyone kind of got infected by the new metal thing. I think there was a few bands that weren't that bad. Like was it Deftones? They were good. Like I didn't mind them. They weren't something like I really liked the. I thought the first album was kind of hit or miss, but the second one was that My Own Summer or whatever the fuck. Like I thought that was cool. You know, like that had some really good songs. I always loved the drum sound. The Terry Date drum sound to me was always like the best drum sound. Okay. And then he went and did or he did it before actually, the Overkill album. The Years of Decay, you know, and that was like my favorite Overkill album for a long time.
Love that album.
Kind of had that, it had that real Sabbath feel, but then it had that real, you know, the I Hate and the Eliminate and fucking all those great songs on it.
Yeah, like Sabbath, punky.
Yeah, it had that. What was the fucking song? The End or whatever the fuck. And it was like a real doomy fucking Sabbath feeling type of song. It was cool, but that fucking album's great.
Skull Crusher, Skull Crusher.
Yes, Skull Crusher. That's it. Yeah, and the guitar player went on. He left that and went on to do Cycle Sluts from Hell. I thought, how fucking odd was that? Right? What an odd choice.
I do remember that band, Psycho Sluts. I've been actually wanting to get that on CD.
Wish You Were a Beer. That was the fucking song.
Yeah. I remember seeing that on MTV back in the day.
Dude, it was a fucking cool song. You would like, it was like, hey there, poser. It was fucking amazing. No one's ever covered it. Why not? I've never heard anyone fucking do that song. Great fucking song.
What's up, Frederick?
Not much, Ben. How you going?
Good. Another fellow.
Hey, mate, there's only fucking room for one Aussie in this fucking thing. Get the fuck out.
Well, Lee, you're not an Aussie anymore. You're a Yankee.
Mate, I can say, listen, so far I've been nice to you people in Melbourne. All right, so just watch yourself. I know, are you in Melbourne or are you in WA?
I'm in WA.
Oh, fuck, well, I hate them too. You're so far away from everyone. That's why we put you over that side of the country. We didn't put a fucking city around you. How far you got to drive to see another human being?
Well,
like 3 days.
No, I'm in you know a town called Fremantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live close to Fremantle.
Yeah, you're in the big city. I know Perth's a big city, but how far's like you're pretty fucking close to Perth, right?
Yeah. If I catch the bus, it's about like 20 minutes, 30 minutes by bus.
So this will blow your mind, fellas who aren't in Australia. What's the population of Perth?
Oh fuck!
What's it about? 1 million? If?
No. It's more than that now.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
No, Perth is growing. Perth is growing. Perth is going to be the best city in Australia. They beat Sydney now. Perth's beating Sydney now.
Yeah, if you don't like doing nothing and you like mining, Perth's awesome. All right. However, I will say that there used to be this thing about Perth that there was a lot of rich people in Perth because that was the only people that could afford to fucking live there, right? But it is a nice city, but it's because there's hardly anyone in it. So.
No. Actually, Perth is growing. Perth is getting better because Perth is building a movie like a movie studio.
No, Hollywood's going to get a hold of you.
Yeah, Hollywood's going to get hold of Perth, and Perth is going to just skyrocket. It's going to be bigger than Sydney.
Oh, you keep telling yourself that, mate. not that I give a fuck because I don't live there no more. But have you come over to the States yet, friend?
No. Well, because I would love to come one day because I'd love to go to the festivals over there because you got Maryland Death Fest. You got the the Texan in Texas. You got all the big festivals because a lot of bands that come to Australia. It takes them a long time to come to Australia because it costs too much.
Yeah.
Like the only bands that are coming to Australia at the moment now is Testament, Pentagram, Atheist.
Is that like Is that like a package?
Oh, it's one of. You can get the package deal like the meet and greet, but that's fucking like.
No, I mean, are they coming as a one tour or are they separately?
No, separate.
Yeah.
So Perth is getting bands, but slowly. Not like America where they all just bombard you guys over there.
Yeah, I will say too. Like when I got here, there would be like a band, like say Dokken, right, would be playing an hour away, and I'd be chomping at the bit. Like I'd be like, "Fuck me, Dokken's going to be playing," and people could give a shit. They'd be like, "Yeah, whatever, he'll be back next year." And normally, yeah, he will be. He'll be back. And it's funny because it takes you a few years, but you start getting into that thing of like a band that is huge or was huge is playing this club in like it's 20 minutes away, and you'll be just like, I can't be fucked. If you're in Australia, you'd be like, we're gonna fucking drive 6 hours to get there if they're playing, because we don't get them.
It's true because in Melbourne and Sydney, Abigail playing with Stalker.
Yeah,
I would love to see Abigail and Stalker come to Perth. Crypta are coming to Australia, but they're not coming to Perth. Because it's
Crypta.
just
fucking Crypta can suck a dick. If you see him fucking bring a voucher to get a fridge, wasn't that chick doing a GoFundMe to get a fridge?
I don't know. Was she?
Yeah, she's a fucking idiot. But I mean, in saying that, you're right. Like, not many bands do come. So when they get a band, it's like everyone fucking wants to go because it's like, fuck, there's a band playing, And WA is probably worse off because they're so far away from the East Coast, which has really most of the cities. So yeah, you guys probably flock to those shows, yeah?
Oh yeah. But at the moment, I'm not seeing shows at the moment because I lost my mother, so I don't want to. So I don't want to, so I don't want to go to shows at the moment. But like I would like to go see Testament, because like you said, how long before they come back to Perth again?
Yeah. Look, as someone who just lost their mother too, so I can sympathise. The best thing for you to fucking do is go to that show. All right, it's going to drag you out of whatever doldrum you're in, and you'll thank yourself. But it's like I sat there in my pity too, and it was like you just got to get out. Like shit happens, and you just got to deal with it. But it sucks, and it takes you forever long to get over it. But fuck it, you know, you gotta keep on pushing.
Well, it's lucky that they're playing in Frio, which is not far, you know.
Yeah, just go to it, man. Go to it. Forget your troubles for one night. Let Testament take you to fucking back to Apocalypse City or whatever the fuck they're gonna play, and you know.
Well,
enjoy yourself.
I hope that they do play, you know, the old stuff. You know, I love the old stuff, you know, like the Legacy and New Order.
Oh yeah, they fucking do, man. Like Testament's a band that never really lost where they came from, right? They didn't really have a misstep.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much stayed true to their sound.
Yeah. I think there was one album. I think that was the 4th album with the blue cover and the what was that called?
Don't say Souls of Black, motherfucker. I love that album.
That's actually my favorite.
Yeah, dude, that was a good album. No, you're talking about the one after that. It was the
Ritual. Yeah, they kind of tried to do their when the Ritual came out, they were trying to do their version of the Black album.
Yeah.
It was mostly ballads, a lot of ballads on that album, and the slower songs. It's a good album.
Yeah.
But you know,
it's not horrible. It's just not good. You know what I mean? Like when you put, I think they have 5 great fucking albums in a row.
Oh yeah.
Like it's crazy that a band can do that. Like what Metallica had, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you want to count Injustice. I mean, look, you know what? It's funny. I don't know if you guys can remember, but I remember in Australia when the Black Album came out, and people fucking loved it. And I don't give a shit what anyone says. Everyone loved that fucking album when it came out. It wasn't until later that people started to hate it. And I mean, I don't know if it was the same here. When people heard it, I was like, "Fuck, man, that Enter Sandman was such a cool riff." And then it was.
It's kind of like that here at first, I guess, from what I can remember. I mean, obviously the album. Look how many fucking copies the damn thing sold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, Fred, here's something. My wife just brought it down. I went and saw Testament in Philly, and got everyone's that motherfucker man signed up the fucking ass. And it's funny because you get to meet a lot of people while you're here, you know. And being that I'm an old person, like a lot of '80s metal guys who you would see back in the day on MTV and all that, like, you know, they'll play in a club, and we were lucky enough to be, the wife was working at this club, and do you remember Danger?
Oh yeah, I do.
So they played, and I always loved Danger. I thought, you know, they were one of those B-level bands and stuff. Anyway, Ted Pooley, great fucking voice. And he shows up, and you know, we have a chat. Really kind of nice guy, completely coked out of his mind, right? But fucking really cool dude. And to the point where he's like, "Listen, I'm having a party. I want you to come." I'm just like, "Fucking hey, I'm going to a '80s rock gods party," you know. And he had like, he still lived like in this house that had a pool inside, you know. So he knew he had some money at some point. And anyway, I didn't end up going, but the wife went to his house one day when we were at work. Like, we used to work in the same place, and she was up in the area, and she decided that we used to deliver like ice cream, and she took ice cream to his house and hung out at his house. And I'm somewhere else in the bullshit end of Jersey, and I'm like, "You motherfucker! Like, I'm the fucking guy who likes this dude, and you're fucking hanging out with Ted Pooley," you know. So it was cool, but there's been so many people that has kind of come through town that you know, like John Corabi. I got to hang out with him for a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
And you know, and normally what happens is I'll get to meet someone who's kind of got, you know, had some infamy back in the day, and I'll get nervous, right? So I'll say something stupid. So like Corabi's there, and it was pretty cool to everyone. Real short dude. And I go up to him, and I got, you know how you get those things in your mind you want to tell him? Like, I really love that Motley Crue album he was on. Well, I don't say that. I say something like, "Dude, that album shouldn't have been a Crue album. I don't give a fuck, dude. It wasn't a Crue album." And I'm like, what I meant to say was it was better than a Crue album, you know, but that didn't come out like that. And I'm telling him that his album wasn't a Crue album.
That's funny, man. I was just going to ask, Yeah, speaking of John Corabi, what's your thoughts on that 1994 Motley Crue album? I'm just
Great.
going to ask that.
Great fucking album, man. It was one of those albums that fucking was heavy. It was very, again, influenced by the Pantera thing. Tommy Lee even said that he was a Pantera fan.
Yeah.
I mean, basically for him, he could drum like he wanted to drum, right? He could fucking really get into it, start double kicking and doing all types of stuff. It was a good album. It just wasn't a Motley Crue album.
Right.
You know? And then Vince Neil throws out his solo album, which was a Crue album. Like, it was a fucking down to, in the gutter glam album. It was fucking amazing. And
Exposed. Yeah, that's a damn good album.
Yeah.
And I got some Vince Neil in my collection, too.
Dude, I love Vince.
Really good album.
Yeah. Great lead vocalist. I mean, not anymore. He sucks now, right? He
does suck. A lot of them guys from the 80s now really their vocals suck now. Look, Paul Stanley, David Lee Roth's vocals are not as good as anymore. Billy Idol.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they get old and whatever, but I mean, like I just saw a video today of David Lee Roth. He played the M3. And he didn't sound bad, to tell you the truth. But I mean, I've heard someone say that David Lee Roth never really sounded good, live at least. Like, he wasn't really a great singer. He was a great showman, but he wasn't ever really a great singer.
No. I thought it wasn't too bad, like in the old Van Halen albums, But he was more of a showman. He was, the centerpiece. People flocked to see him perform. His high kicks and his karate moves.
Good fucking karate kick.
What the fuck is Fraser doing? He's British now.
Fucking Frederick.
He's trying to sound Aussie.
But hey, Fraser, you've probably seen everyone. Did you ever get to catch the Van Halen back in the day?
No.
Oh my God, Fraser. So wait, what about Wasp? You would have seen Wasp.
I did see Wasp one time.
What was the year?
86, I think.
Oh, fuck, man.
What did they play with? Slayer, Raven, and Wasp.
Oh, dude. Think about that for a second. Like, that's fucking golden years.
I have everything Wasp did. All.
Yeah.
I got the whole collection in my collection, man.
That was a good band.
But they played just recently, but I missed it. I think it was like a weekday or something like that.
Yeah.
You see, man.
Oh, yeah.
AC/DC, the Flying Wall tour, saw that. And I saw Ingve and shit. I'm not really an Ingve person, but I know he's a good guitar player and shit, man.
Dude, Odyssey was a great fucking album.
That's a really good album.
As far as great songwriting, like, there was a few albums he did have some really cool singers and good songs, and then he went back to the, just wankery that Ingve is known for.
Trying to think, Odyssey. I like. Odyssey's probably.
Was it Rising Force then Odyssey? Something like that, or was something?
Marching Out.
The one where he was like the fire and he was like doing the kind of the splits with that guitar. Wasn't that the one after Odyssey?
That's before. Why the hell can't I think what the hell it's called now? I have it. Trilogy. It's called Trilogy.
Trilogy. There you go. That is a good album. And then everything is Ingve.
I like Eclipse too. I thought Eclipse was a good album. I think I have almost every Ingve CD.
Ingve?
You know he was good.
You say Ingve?
Ingve. However the fuck you pronounce his name, Fraser. I don't know. You pronounce it in your fake British voice.
Fuck you! Where's fucking Fraser? You playing with yourself? Keep looking down, man.
Who's looking down?
Frederick. He keeps looking down.
Maybe he's reading the chat.
That's a kid, man.
Yeah, no. On my phone, I was trying to get on with my phone, but it's my phone has blocked StreamYard on my phone, so I'm trying to get the settings onto it.
Oh yeah,
It's blocked on my phone too. I don't know.
Yes.
My phone.
It says you can enter the shootout without mic or camera, but then you can do the settings on there. So I'm just trying to. So yeah. So Lee, how long have you been in America, mate? How long have you been living in America for?
We came in 2019, and then for Christmas actually, because I'd never seen snow. So so I wanted to. And you know what's funny? We left 2 days before the big fires of Sydney. So we just got out. Otherwise, they would have locked us down, and we would have had to have gone the other way. We would have missed. Yeah. So we got out, and then the world ended a few months later, right? So they killed the. I mean, I had flights to go back, the whole thing, and then they cut the. At that point, they shut down the states, so we weren't allowed to get back. I mean, my flight was from Philly to LAX and then LAX back to Sydney, but they cut the bridge off, so we weren't allowed to cross the bridge, which means we weren't allowed to fucking get to our plane. And then they cancelled. Yeah, and then they cancelled the flight. But I didn't get my money back because the flight from LAX still left.
Okay.
So if they would have, so if they would have cancelled the LAX flight, I would have got my money back. But because they didn't, so
they thought that you were on the plane. So they thought, oh, Lee's on the plane, so he's traveling from A to B. So so
they didn't give a shit, man. They didn't give a shit. And then the flights went up. We couldn't get it went from, I think we paid like $1,800 return. From Australia here and then here back, and by the time we were trying to get a flight to come back, Australia shut down, so they wouldn't let the wife go back because she wasn't yet a citizen, but they would let me go back. But then also too, the flight was about $4,000 or something. It was some stupid amount to fly back, and I'm like, well, I don't have that money. Like, what do I do? So the American government was like, listen, we'll put you over to a permanent resident if you want to pay the visa. So that was like, give us $2,000 and we'll let you stay. And I'm like, fucking hell. So $2,000 to stay, $2,000 or $4,000 to fly home, and we had to have that within a few weeks.
Okay.
So we were and I mean, how do you do that? My job's back in Sydney, and so we had to pull all of our money together and try to figure it out, only to find out later on that the government would have lent me that money and I would have paid it back later on. But they didn't. They neglected to tell me that.
Yeah, well, the government does that. That they kind of keep it to themselves until you fork out the money. And then you thought, what the fuck? You said I can borrow the money. Why did you tell me this 4 or 5 weeks ago?
And we were in panic mode too, because I've been over here a few times. And I very much obeyed my visa, right? You get 90 days, and then after 90 days, you got to get out, right? Because if you don't, they can stop you from ever coming back.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get it out. So I'm at that point now where, well, my wife's here. We're going back to Australia. We're going through the whole immigration thing back there. But now it's like, luckily, we didn't make the choice to go back or me go back and bring her back later, because they shut everything down for like 2 years, man. Like, we couldn't do anything.
The whole world was locked down for 2 years. You couldn't go anywhere. And
I was working the whole COVID, man.
Yeah,
I'm essential because I work government and county and shit, man.
Yeah,
we were open all the time and shit, but barely anyone came. Shit, man.
And look, my friends back home, they were all like, I worked for the government back home, and they all had to go to work. It was funny because we worked for the railway, and they were all driving trains, but no one was going to work. So these trains were just running around the system with God knows who on it, and because no one was going to work except you obviously probably your policemen and your ambulance and your doctors and whatever. But it was funny because like over here, you did the whole face mask and the 6 foot separate. back there, it was like, well, Fred, you could talk on this. How you weren't even allowed to leave a certain radius of your house, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
So,
that fuck up the world, man. That COVID shit, dude.
Well, yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Like people say that COVID wasn't real, and it was just one of those fake, to keep people stuck at home.
No, I know I know one guy had COVID. He died because of COVID and shit, man. He was in a band too. He was in a band called Implication. He was a drummer.
Oh shit! Oh really?
He was a drummer for Implication, and he died.
Great band too.
Oh, you heard of him?
Implication?
Here in Houston, man. Actually, no.
Yeah, that's right. I got the CD off Aaron.
And shit. Yeah, it's the drummer, man. He passed away. They call him Ruben Dog. He was like 4 years older than me, same age as my brother. He was in his 60s and shit.
Right.
And I knew Ruben for a long time and shit, Aaron.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got COVID. I got the bootleg version of COVID, not the first one. The one they got later on where they said it wasn't as bad.
Yeah, I got that.
And I got I had to get the
shot,
the shots because they wouldn't let me stay. So I had to go and get like six shots in one day, right? And the next week was the COVID shot. So I was sick, right? I was sick. And they tested me for leprosy, for fuck's sake. So I did everything. And here's a fucking thing for you: is if you ever want to immigrate to the States, I don't know if they still do it because it feels real fucking rapey. All right, doctor's office, and this guy came in, this big burly black guy. All right, so put yourself in my shoes, and he goes, "Look, I'm sorry to have to do this, but you've got to drop your pants so we can make sure you're a dude." And I'm like, "You're fucking, this is serious. I'm not making this up." So I'm sitting there. I said, "Really?" I said, "I got to show you my dick." And he goes, "Unfortunately, yeah." And I'm like, "It's a black guy. I don't even fucking go to urinals if there's a black guy standing there. I'll wait till he goes. I don't want the fucking competition, right?" So I dropped my pants, and this dude took a good 5-second checking out my junk, and I'm like, "Fuck hell!" Like, this is so humiliating. I'm just like, whatever. He goes, "No, you're good." I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's kind of like, did they plan that? Like, oh yeah, go check out his fucking dick.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm on a video somewhere, just dropping my pants so they can check out my nuts. But yeah, they had to check that I was a dude.
It's like, what
super fucking weird. But
right.
Anyway, so now I'm a permanent resident. Hurrah!
So you got your green card yet, or you're still waiting for your green card?
No, well, I got my permanent residency. At the moment, everything's messed up with the immigration process. If you've been watching the news over here, I don't know if you get to see much of it. But I've been put on the back burner because I'm not someone that they really need to check out. So I've got. Yeah. They've already gone through. Yeah, well, they've already gone through my background, like with a fine tooth comb, and they know what I owe, and they know how much money I make, and I pay taxes, so they don't give a shit about me. But they don't, in that sense too. The only thing they've given me to say that I'm good to stay here is a piece of paper, which is a bit scary, right? Because the piece of paper doesn't have my number or my name or anything on it. It's just you're good. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you're good until you get that knock on the door and say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Warhammer666. We have to deport you back to Australia."
Yeah, I'll probably go to like El Salvador or something. That's where they'll send me because I'll fucking, who's this guy? Sounds El Salvadorian to me. Let's send him fucking there.
Yeah, or to Cuba. Go to Cuba.
Yeah, no, I'm good in Jersey. I don't want to go anywhere. But it's cool, man. I really like it here. I don't think I could move home at this point. There's just so much fucking things that are, just everything is here. You want to go see a show, or you can go see a show anytime you want. If you're into all fucking crazy stuff, there is something that's close to you that you can just go do. It's amazing.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, man, you're not too far from where I'm at.
No, whereabouts in PA? Because we drove across PA to go to the Vincent Crowley Morning Red show.
Yeah. Do you know where Hershey, PA is? Hershey,
Yeah,
PA.
because we drove through there.
Yeah, I live very close to Hershey. In fact, I'm probably about 10 to 12 miles away from Hershey.
Oh fuck! We could have picked you up. You could have come and seen fucking old Revic and Vincent with us.
Shit, next time we'll definitely have to go down or do something.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were toying with the idea of going to the Dead by Dog show because it's actually closer to us, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we were toying with that idea.
How far is it from you?
From me?
Yeah.
Well, it's 8 hours to Columbus, but I think it's only 6 hours to go see that show.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So, and the drive is awesome. I love that part of the world. You know.
Yeah, it's like.
And,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud.
No, you go because you know more about it. I just love all the mountains and all the trees. And when we were driving through, it was like a blizzard. It was fucking amazing.
I gotta say, man, that's one cool thing about PA. There's a lot of beautiful mountains around here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you look at my Instagram page, when you see me out in the woods, you can definitely tell. But yeah, there's a lot of beautiful mountains out here.
No, that's when he does the video in the woods. That's fucking Photoshop, man.
Oh yeah. You're just jealous, Fraser. You fucking.
Hey, I'll admit, man. I wish we had mountains here, but it's all fucking bullshit here. All flat and shit, man.
But
nothing to look at.
Up here.
I got to telling people at work, man, there's nothing to look at, man. I look out the window and look at the buildings and shit. Wow, man. But
yeah,
it happens.
Still, don't cry, fucking Fraser. You got a pretty good fucking life down there. Every time I see you, you're at a show or you're hanging out doing something. You got a library of metal CDs. You're good. You live in a nice place.
I was gonna hang on with my ex, but like I'm saying earlier, whatever about that. I hung out with my buddy Kool-Aid last night and shit. Just bullshitting and smoke a cigar and fucking talk and shit.
See, Fraser's living the life.
I like it, man. Life is too damn short, man.
Exactly. We should all be more like Fraser.
I might like
Very
Fraser.
true, man.
Except for the porn.
Except for the porn, exactly. Also, too, Benny, I gotta say before I forget, because I know I've put it out there on the socials. We got a special announcement tonight, right? We're not going to say it.
Yep, we do. That's right.
We do. We got a special announcement, and we have a special guest showing up in half an hour?
Like that.
Yeah,
it's 1:17 now, or an hour and 17 minutes in now.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm going to get out of here at 12 o'clock my time. I don't know what's time with you guys. But before I go, we're going to have a fucking special guest show up. My other brother from Morian.
Oh yeah, we got something big for you people.
Holy shit!
It's going to be good. It's going to be good news. I'm very excited about it.
It'll be 11 o'clock my time. So I got to fucking go to bed and shit, man.
No, you can stay up. I've got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, Fraser. So you can fucking wait up.
No, I get up at 5.
Fine. Well, I get up at 4. So when you're scratching your dick getting up out of bed, I've already been up for a fucking hour.
Yeah, boom.
I do wake up earlier and shit. One time
so don't be a wuss. Don't be a puss.
Yeah, yeah. Is that your slogan?
Yeah.
Don't be a puss, wuss.
All right.
Anyway, the king of Texas should be able to get up anytime he wants.
No, I wish I could. I want to have to fucking go to work tomorrow. But fucking.
Well, this is something you should all call in sick. Anyone in the chat, I can't see you, but if you're going to go to bed, bring up your workplace now. Call in sick because this shit here is important, and I want everyone to hear it.
Yeah, just call in sick and be like, you know what, Metal Bench Chronicles, Metal Bastards Hangout podcast was way more important last night. I just couldn't make it.
Exactly. We needed to stick around and see the fucking show. So I'm hoping that there's like fucking 100 people in the chat so we can break the news in a grand fashion.
Looks
I can't wait.
30, 27.
That's pretty good. Hey, I'll take 30. Hey, by the way, everyone, new Warhammer CD, Fomorian Productions. All right.
Absolutely.
Brought to you by Fomorian Productions. Yeah, so it's going to be cool. We got something special coming up, and then Ben's going to go to like 7 o'clock in the morning playing metal, right?
Well, I'm thinking about maybe doing a metal radio show after this.
There you go.
What? No shit, damn. Oh, you have to work tomorrow?
No, I'm going in for a couple hours tomorrow night for some extra
okay.
money.
All right.
Yeah.
He's just
I'm only working.
Ben is the king of midnight. And
late
and
night metal Ben.
That's right. And look, you got people, man. There's people that fucking want to stay up.
Right.
Where are they going to go?
I need to make like a David Letterman or fucking Jay Leno type of intro.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. You could probably play the guitar to it too.
Yeah, I probably could. Absolutely.
You could do your own intro. It'd be fantastic.
I've been actually kind of thinking about writing an intro for this channel. I mean,
You should.
like for my regular videos, that's me in the intro playing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like just on my regular videos, like album reviews or whatever.
That's awesome. See, I should do my own too. I do like a minute, like 10-minute videos or something. I'm like, what's the point of writing a fucking song for that?
Right.
And one thing, when you do your videos, and the fucking after videos things, you just see myself on a tube.
Dude, you should have that. Look, I would watch you 24/7 if. I don't do Facebook. Like, I don't know why you don't throw that up on YouTube. Like, I know you can't go live until you get a certain amount of whatever's, right? But I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. But honestly, Fraser, I think you're fascinating. Like the shit that you do with CDs. Like you pull them out and you stick them in the little fucking cases. I'm like, that is
fucking video of ranch.
Dude, I watched this. I must have watched like 20 minutes of you pulling CDs out and putting them into little paper bags, and I'm like, I can watch this fucking till I fall asleep. This is amazing.
Today I got me a Blue Cheer from fucking Amazon, and that's like a hard rock band from the 70s and shit. I forgot. I think they're from LA or somewhere in America and shit. And
do you buy CDs and forget that you have them?
I have bought doubles before.
Yeah,
I did too a lot.
And shit, man. I have bought doubles and shit. But I was looking for a CD. I know I had it, but I kept on looking for it today. But I fucking ordered another one, man. It's a band called Sam Goop. Sam something. Fucking Lenny's first project before he joined Motorhead. Not Hawkwind, the other band. Sam Goop. I can't pronounce it, man. You know what I'm talking about,
that's a cool name. No, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, but it sounds awesome.
You know what I'm talking about, Ben? Fucking Lemmy's first project.
Oh.
From Motorhead. Sam something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I kind of forget the name of it too.
Goop. Start with a G. Fuck, I can't pronounce it.
Goop.
That's a fucking band way before fucking before Motorhead and shit, dude.
Fraser's amazing. So I bet you Fraser's like, how many CDs do you think you've got, Fraser? You probably counted them.
No, I haven't counted. I know I got thousands.
How many? Thousands. So you can go into a record store and you can probably pick, like, you can look at that and go, yeah, I got that.
All the time and shit, man. But I try to keep. I'm trying to get another CD rack and shit. I hope my sister-in-law buys me one for my birthday and shit. Cause I still got CDs to put away, man.
Are you ever surprised when you find something in your being like, fuck, I never knew I had that?
Yeah, I have a few times.
That's amazing.
Same here.
Oh crap, man! It's like I was so lucky to get the Incubus, the one I always talk about, that with the daughter and shit. Fuck, I was so happy to get that CD, man. Do you have that, Frederick?
What?
The Incubus, Devil with the Daughter, Devil with the Daughter.
No, but I have seen it on vinyl. So
you know, I'm talking about the fucking little. I'll show y'all in 1 second.
Yeah, I know. There's so many bands called Incubus, you know, like
there's a few of them. There's one in fucking your homeland. There's an Incubus from Australia too.
Yeah, but
I've never heard of them. I heard the name, but I never heard the music.
Yeah, they're posers. Australia's got better bands than that.
No way, the American Incubus is poser crap. What's that?
Oh, really? Are we talking about the fucking what was their big song? Was it Drive?
Drive, Pardon Me, that fucking Incubus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And didn't they sue the Incubus, the Florida one, or the Mike Browning's Incubus or something?
They had to change the damn name.
That's real good.
It is now, yeah.
How shitty is that?
Stupid.
It is. That Incubus had it first.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Australian stuff, Lee, you probably might know this band at all. You know a band called Traitor?
Oh,
Traitor? Yeah. No, but I've seen the record. I think you must have shown it before because I know the record. Like I know the cover.
Yeah, they're from Adelaide.
Okay. No, I mean, see, this is what I was saying to you before in one of the chats. I was like, Sydney, Melbourne, we all had our own scenes. Yeah. So it's funny, like when I say, you know, like a band, like Melbourne had this great band called Worm, and I've never met anyone else who really knows anything about them. And on their demo, they just named themselves like Jay, Mike, Bob. You know, I mean, it was like just real simple, common names. And I can't find anyone that knows anything more about them. But you can have a look at their the demo that they put out on YouTube. You can Google it, and it was great. It was like Pink Floyd and bolt thrower type of stuff. It was really, really interesting. I saw them live, and they were heavy as fuck. And then they just disappeared. But they put out the one demo. Fuck, they were good.
Well, you know, it's like the band Escape from Sydney. They never released any music at all.
That's right,
But they were huge. They were a huge band in Sydney, you know.
Yeah, and Ben, you should check them out. They're called Escape, like Escape Australia. But if you put into YouTube John the Beast Escape, they have a live show there that was recorded back in the 80s. But the quality, though it's kind of 80s quality, the sound is really good. And it's one of those bands that it's one of those your favorite band that you've never heard. Like they were really, really good, and the guitar player was like 7 foot, and he was 400 pounds, and he used to wear like animal fur. And his guitar, you'd have to see it. It had big exhausts coming off it. It was dude. It was fucking amazing, and they're making a documentary about them, or the guy was. I don't know if it ever came out.
No. Well, I heard the same thing because they were a legendary band. They never released any music on any format at all.
Yeah,
and that was a band I saw on a kids show in the early morning show. I think John the Beast was on a with a Fat Cat.
Yeah,
and he had all this like motor exhaust on his shoulder and
and I mean, look, there was a time Sadistic Execution played on the Channel 9 News. Like, it makes no fucking sense that like this band that was like they weren't a joke band. Like they were in a sense, but they weren't a joke. Like they were just like fuck you, we're deaf. They didn't give a shit. They were all crazy.
Yeah.
And they played on like prime time TV shows. And it's like, why would that happen? Only in Australia you would see some dumb shit like that, and then right after you see a dude fighting a kangaroo. Like it's so fucking dumb.
But
it happened.
I remember that. I remember seeing a guy get kingpinned by a kangaroo.
And we had, dude, we had a show, and John, Fred, you'd remember it. Remember Hey Hey It's Saturday?
Yes, I remember Hey Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was like a comedy show, but they would do like variety show. They'd have people come and sing, and they had a thing called like a section called Red Faces.
Yeah.
And Dave Slaves went on there and fucking played bass, and he always claimed he was the fastest bass player in the world. And he was just and fuck knows what he's playing. It just sounds like he's just destroying this bass guitar, but he fucking went on there and did it. It was like that's how they that was promotion.
Yeah,
on prime time TV, and fucking they did it great. Fucking when the time before the internet.
Yeah, well, Australia, even in Perth, we had some really great black metal bands. They only released like a demo or something, like bands like The Book, Pagan,
How that band, that Christian metal, black metal band, homeboy from Mortification?
Oh, Horde.
Mortification.
Was I think Melbourne.
Yeah, well, there was another one. There was another band called Deracination. All right. When I say I can hear Fran going Deracination, but that was another Christian death metal band, and they were good. Like, you would never have known that they were a Christian band, but they were fucking really good.
I like Mortification.
There was a Christian doom metal band from Australia called Paramecium.
Oh yeah, that's a good too. Yeah. I got their CD. I wouldn't one. Yeah, I got
their
CD. Yeah, that's that fucking Tombstone and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Don't ever doubt the king, Ben.
Well, Lee.
Well, Paramecium had the drummer of Mortification in it.
Yeah.
I think it's
right.
Lee, you probably remember this when you were a youngster living in Australia. Australia had so many great bands, but nobody ever signed them back in the day.
Another band from Australia, Ammonizer.
Ammonizer. Yeah, I mean, we had.
It's a thrash band. Ammonizer or.
Yeah, Atomizer. That was some guys from Bestial Warlust and.
Okay. Oh, I got their CDs and shit. That's fucking.
But like you guys, I mean, J-Dog probably heard some of it. But I mean, like we had like when you think of Australian like rock, like you got people say AC/DC who are fucking tourists, right? I mean, like they're Australian, they kind of, but you had AC/DC and Rose Tattoo, right? They were our biggest exports.
And the
but under them, we had the Angels. Yeah, we had Screaming Jets.
Angel.
Yeah, right. Oil.
I have CDs by them too.
And there was a band that, like, what was that band that did the song on the Cobra Kai? They had Lemmy in the film clip. They sounded like AC/DC.
It wasn't Hard-Ons, was it? It wasn't Hard-Ons.
No. See, Hard-Ons were like a punk band to me. Airborne. So before Airborne, if you like Airborne, Fraser, there was a band called The Paw. The Paw were Airborne before Airborne were fucking Airborne.
Yeah.
Right? And they sounded fucking just as good as Airborne. And they were a band that were big in Australia, and then no one ever heard from them outside of the fucking rest of the world. They were just really fucking good.
So funny, Bon Scott, he's not Australian. He's English, dude. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
all of them. But I don't even think the Young Brothers were originally Australian either, were they? They were from the UK, and they came out here and went to school.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Scottish, yeah. I said, I'm not fucking Australian, I'm fucking English.
I think the drummer was Australian, right?
No, New Zealand. Phil, right now, he was from
fucking
New Zealand.
Kiwi. So he's a fucking Kiwi. So it's an Australian band that was never from Australia. So go figure.
They were very popular over there in Australia. Probably was.
Sorry?
ACDs was very popular over there.
Oh yeah, they were kings, man. Absolute kings.
Yeah.
I actually have the side projects they did too. I'll show you one of them.
Yeah,
I remember picking. Sorry.
Boscott was a Freo boy.
Yeah, that's right. He was from your part of the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy. We just claim anyone. Fucking. What is that phrase? I can't say it. You'll have to say. Who is it?
Fratman. Fratman.
Somebody I can't say it right.
Fratman. Fratman.
It's FRATERNITY.
But now But now Australia is bringing out some really good bands, some really new modern bands playing the old '80s style heavy metal.
Yeah,
which is great now.
Let me flip my phone over.
Yeah, I mean, we had good bands. It's just that we weren't obviously world class enough to, I think it was the wrong time too. Like we had a really big scene, and I just don't think we had the legs to get outside of the shores. But
the only band that really made it, Lee, was Allegiance from Perth.
Yeah, Allegiance. But did they just reform?
They have, they've reformed, but there's nothing sort of musical wise yet. Vadium, Vadium from Perth, BC, were another thrash band that have reformed. They haven't released anything yet. A lot of these, bands are coming back, from the 80s because, you've got the internet and it's more, people can really know these bands more because we've got the internet now. But back in the day, like you said, it was all by word by mouth and tape trading.
Yeah. And we would support each other's bands. Like, there were so many bands that were friends that you picked up. But we were lucky enough with Sydney where we had the Warhead Records crew, and they would all have like all the extreme bands, and they would just piggyback off the rest of them. And when that was open, the closest equivalent, and it probably was very a poor cousin to it, was like Nuclear War Now, right? So. All the extreme stuff is in that. We had the Warhead Records, and that got raided by the Australian government because of the Cannibal Corpse and the Pungent Stench albums. Yeah. And I believe Pungent Stench were in there the day before. They were doing a signing, and the fucking crowds were just down the street. And the next day, the Australian government rocks in and just like confiscates everything. Yeah. Just because of the covers, And if you went and bought a Cannibal Corpse album after that, it would just be a white cover, and it would just say Cannibal Corpse and the name of the album. That was it. You never got any art. It was so fucking dumb.
No, I remember Warhead and Shock Records hit as well. Shock Records used to be, and Shock Records are still going, but Warhead was
they were the underground version.
Yeah, it was a great label. Sadly, that they got raided, and then the death metal scene, the thrash metal scene back then, sort of killed them really.
Well, I mean, a lot of bands like at that point, kind of, it was like the scene was changing. Like grunge took over, and like I don't know, I'm trying to get my dates right. So I think I came back like 91, 93. So I mean, they were kind of on the way out, but like. At that time, like Mortal Sin had just gone and supported Metallica when they had come out. Mortality, if you ever heard of them, they had supported Sepultura. Like these were local bands that the Australian government had said, like if an international band comes out, you must get an Australian band to support. So they could bring a support band, but you had to have an Australian support band. So it was a good opportunity for Australian, local bands to play with like international acts. Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't a bad idea.
Well, I saw when Morbid Angel came to Perth, Allegiance opened for Morbid Angel.
Yeah. So I mean, it was good. It was a good idea, And I mean, Deicide played back in '95. I was lucky enough to kind of spend a little bit of time with Glenn Benton, but he was fucking cool. He was. Cool. He wasn't an angry guy at all, but it was Destroyer played him. DESTRIER. You can get their demo on YouTube, but they supported him, and they were fucking amazing. Cannibal Corpse played like a few weeks before, and I got a flag. Fuck, it's somewhere just over there. And it's signed by the whole band. So it's got like, the fucking original singer, fucking, what's his name? Someone help me, I've had a blank. But it had Rob Rousset, fucking all the band from '95. I kind of got the hang, and I was hanging. I spoke to Jack Owen. I couldn't get over how fucking much Jack Owen looked like Eric Singer. I said, dude, you could pass with a drummer at fucking Kiss or Badlands, whatever the fucking band he was in at the time. And man, it feels fucking great. These bands were just kind of still underground. They would, be very accessible.
Yeah, well, for me, like I'm a vinyl collector, and I like seeing labels putting out underground Australian metal onto vinyl or even back onto CD again, because there was lots of great music that in Australia that people never heard of,
Yeah.
which should be put out there, because these bands could have been bigger than if we had the internet back in the day,
Yeah.
they'll probably still be going, but like I said, back then we had no internet. All we had was hot metal zine, which would promote.
Hot metal was good, man.
Hot metal, we would promote bands. We had zines from other countries promoting Australian bands like Smaller Lord,
Oh, yeah, I got their CD or compilation.
All right.
I mean, to show you how bad it was, I used to collect Metal Hammer magazine, right, back in the fucking, would have been late 80s, early 90s. And even then, we would get it 3 months after it was released.
Yeah.
And it would cost me, back in the fucking early 90s, it would cost me about $20 to buy. And you had 3 months to save up $20 so you could get the next one. But that's how we heard of new bands. But no, everything was always late, So
speaking of things, like I get this thing, from the UK, Fistful of Metal,
Right.
Well, this is like cost $14.50 Australian.
Damn.
Yeah.
What year is that one?
This one
Is that a newer one?
Yeah, it's the latest issue with Anthrax. And this is a great zine, but like you said, we get it, like maybe not months, but a couple of weeks behind,
Yeah.
But this is what got me into metal. The zines like this, hot metal, Thrasher zine when they used to be a lot of hardcore bands on there, and Metal Hammer, Terrorizer magazine.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, Metal Maniac, all that stuff.
Yeah. Maniacs. We had that in Australia, but like Lee said, we'd get them probably a couple of months after the official release.
Yeah. And it was, we loved it, but yeah, we were so far behind the rest of the world. And that's how we fucking did it, man. But hey, before this all kicks off, because I'm seeing we're at the hour 42 mark.
Say we're at the hour 42 mark.
Do you want to? Is he there? Have you gotten in contact with him?
Well, not yet.
You haven't?
I mean, I've been talking to your wife.
Is she able to get in contact with him so I can have him come on and do his little announcement?
She should be. I sent him a link. So wait a minute. Okay, I got something here. He says he needs a few minutes yet.
Tell him he's
masturbating, man.
Yeah, come on, Fraser needs to go to bed. Fred, hurry up.
Fraser. Actually, Fraser needs a little bit of porn time before he goes to bed.
No, I'm too damn
Fraser
tired.
needs some self-care before he goes to bed.
No, not tonight, man.
I'm sorry, man. We didn't really get to talk about the new album much.
I love these. I love these hangouts, man. I think these are great. And I mean, look, the new album, you can go listen to it on YouTube if you want to check it out. We've also got the Fomorian. Fraser, this is my time. Shut the fuck up for a second. You can. No, the Fomorian Productions YouTube is also live at the moment. It's just got 2 albums on it, but you'll get the Kai album that's going to be on there. Inebriated Winter. Anything that we do, any announcements that Shred's got or I've got, we'll go on to that. When that builds itself up a bit, we'll do a few live type of things on that. It won't be like Shred's channel, but it'll be a place where we can park we can separate what Shred does for the label stuff.
But John,
Hey guys,
welcome back, John.
my phone's freaking out.
Yeah, your phone's free. Well, you're just in time, Johnny, because we're going to get someone else on.
Yeah, we're going to get somebody else on. I'm going to kick all you out, too. Just because like none of yous. I'm joking.
God.
Well, Lee, I definitely have to pick up your CD if I can get it from Matt from here in Australia, if he can get some.
Yeah, look,
copies
I'm trying to get Australian distro. I can't find one motherfucker down there that'll answer me back. Matt's not really a distro, but I'm trying to find. I've been reaching out to a bunch of them, and I said to them, listen, you don't have to fucking even pay for them. Just help me out with the shipping, and I'll send them to you, and you can make. I mean, all I want is for the shit to be easier to get, back in my home country. But it's like trying to get someone to respond, like fucking J-Dog says. No fucking answers. It's it drives me nuts.
No reply.
No reply.
If I had the money, Lee, I would do it for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you fucking was set up for it, fucking A. But to me, I want to be able to say, look, because I get people from like the UK, and they're like, can we get this from a local or Europe or somewhere? And I'm like, dude, I've reached out to as many people as I think that would be in, I guess, my stratosphere. Obviously, your big ones aren't going to touch me, but like just some locally ones that are kind of in that area, and fucking, I cannot get anyone off the. I mean, if I paid for a fucking CD, I would hope that they would get that. I bet you they would, but as far as sending an email back to just say, no, go fuck yourself, I can't even get that.
How much would the CD cost to go to Australia?
About $15 US. So I don't know what it is from, Australia's way back, but and you guys are paying a higher.
How much would it be?
It's about $15, $14, something like that.
Yeah, well, for an Australian copy, if it was locally Australian, it would probably cost around about $10 or $15 Australian. But if you
with the CD, right? I'm talking just postage before you bought the CD.
No, okay, no, I'm talking about CD and postage. How much would it cost?
Well, $10 for the CD, $15 to post it, $25 in Australian money. It's about $50 grand. I don't know. I don't know what the Australian dollars are. I know it's pretty fucking. It's it's about 68 cents.
Outrageous, man, for a fucking CDs. What's so fucked up about it? CDs are not that fucking heavy, dude.
No, I know.
No,
it's just
what you do. Get without the case. Put a little fucking.
It wouldn't matter, man. That is because the CD is like 3 ounces.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe put in some bubble wrap. 4 ounces at most.
A vinyl.
We got to surprise people.
Costs about $90 from America to Australia.
There you go.
What band's that?
This is Velocity.
I haven't heard of it.
They're a metal punk, speed metal punk.
Oh yeah.
All right, have we got him?
Crazy 90.
Yeah, we got Spreadbeard here right now, people.
All right, people. This is the big.
Should I keep these people here or get them out of here?
Well, depends. Fraser, you got to be shush.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, where is he?
Yeah, Fraser, don't be cheap.
Shit.
All right, here we go. The one and only CEO of Fomorian Productions.
The co-CEO. Thank you, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Look at that, man. Look at that majestic man over there.
Yeah. Thank you, boys. Sorry, I was trying to get my shit together to get up here and get everything. I had the lights, everything ready, but I'm doing something with the family too. So it's fucking. Thanks for having me, Ben. First time on the channel. Good to see you, brother Lee and John
brother.
Fraser. Fucking into the camera.
Dude.
What's up, brother? Good to see
brother.
you, gentlemen.
How are you?
I'm excellent. Getting properly lubed up tonight.
Yes, by the way, too.
Get Fraser out of here. Fraser's whacking off.
Yeah.
Fraser just jerked off. Get him out of here.
Goodbye, Fraser.
Fraser watches his porn.
You say you're getting lubed up, man. That's why I said that.
Fraser, the difference, you and I do getting lubed up a different way, man. The chicks.
Wait,
hey,
by the way,
never
Tone
mind.
Joker, we got the Jack Daniels.
I can't see the chat. Hell to the chat. I can't see you guys, but fucking A, right on. Oh, Ben going straight from the fucking bottle. Hell yeah. So sorry, guys. I was only able to watch the first however 20 minutes there, so I'm just joining back in here now. But Lee, you want to tell the boys here why we're here or why I'm here? Or?
Well, look, Shred's got. I want to have Shred do it because look, no one delivers a message like Shred. But we've been talking amongst ourselves, and I know Shred had reached out to Ben, and there's been a few discussions as far as some label goings on. So, I guess between us all, we've decided that this is the right thing for us to do. And I know people in the chat who are fans of Ben, obviously come here every fucking night when he's on, will appreciate this as much as I think we do. So with that, Shred has something that he's already spoken to Ben about, and I think we want to make it official tonight. So Shred.
Thank you, Lee. Lee and I had a wonderful conversation meeting drunkenly the other night after our amazing live stream we did. And, again, like Lee said, Ben's been in the community a long time. We all know he can fucking wail, right? He's jammed on that one song I put out, right? The unfinished song, and he helped me finish it along with Evelyn's bass covers there. So I've had fucking everybody come to me, especially fucking Barry, that Goat Metal Show, come to me and go, listen, man, what the fuck, you and Ben? So this isn't Ben and I. However, Ben and I have other stuff we're doing. But Ben has a lot of music out there, as you guys know, right? And so I was able to have a little one-on-one today with Ben. And after Lee and I and Miss A, all collectively had a meeting, we're going to do an EP with Metal Ben here. So fucking
holy shit.
The Fomorian Productions crew. And he's going to choose the songs and work out some artwork. And Metal Ben's joining Fomorian Underground with the likes of fucking Inebriated fucking Wins, Kahan, and Brother Motherfucking Warhammer right here. My fucking dude.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
My cohort, my fucking brother from an Australian mother right there. So we're proud to have fucking Ben on. Ben, we look forward to working with you. We really do, man. I can't wait to hear what songs you pick. And Lee and I will obviously be in further touch with you, going forward. This all just sort of came together over the last few days, guys, obviously, so this is why I was just able to talk to Ben one-on-one this morning. So it's still in development, but Ben understands where we're coming from and the kind of approach we have to how we do things for these underground artists. And again, it's, by the underground, for the underground.
That's right. So Benny's going to be, I guess, because he's just the way what you hear. He could be our first thrash band. We haven't really got a thrash band. We got some black. We got some now fucking Dave, who's like more of a death type of fucking thing, And so Ben will make up that other portion. I think he fits well. Like Shred said, we know this fucker can play, and I think, and I'm sure Ben feels the same way. We want like a physical fucking thing that can say, listen, this is fucking Ben's stuff, and whether it's brand new stuff or old stuff, it's going to be fucking good.
I'll get it.
Oh yeah.
And John's already your first fucking sale, right? So we're already in front of the fucking game. We haven't even put $1 in yet. So yeah, I think it's going to be it'll be what, Fomorian number at this point, number 6? It'll be our 666 release, I think. So
yeah,
nice.
I think you're exactly right. Yeah, you're exactly right there.
Oh, badass.
Yeah, John. Thank you, John and Fraser. You know what I mean? It's just it's a long time coming for a few of you guys, and you know what I mean? It's just like, Ben, I know we've had some shit going on, and that's just seriously, it's not because of that. Trust me, you're getting this because you can fucking play. If you fucking suck, you wouldn't get this. Just kidding. Just talking shit, Ben. Just talking shit, Ben. But you know what I mean? It's just like, anyways, I could go on, but we're happy to have you, man. And again, we have a few more details to work out. We don't know how many songs it's going to be or anything. It's just very, very new. But we wanted to announce it right here on the Metal Ben's fucking Chronicles, Midnight Metal Ben, I like calling you, with Warhammer and all you dudes, to kick this off. Why not? And thank you all. I know a bunch of you here have bought that new Warhammer fucking 666 CD, so thank you. I can't see the chat, but I know many of you in the chat have purchased that. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. You guys rule. Go ahead, Lee. Look like you want to say something else. My apologies.
No, man, like I said, we got all the stuff over at Fomorian. We just got some banners in today of Kai, really cool Kai Dogman banner. We got some Warhammer banners. We got some and these things are flags, man. They're fucking huge. They're like 5 foot tall.
They're huge.
So yeah, go over and have a look. But all the music, anything from me is on that site. Like everything we do, we put straight back into the fucking label, so we can do more things like Dan and Ghoulish Dave and fucking you Warhammers and you Inebriated and like I know Matt wants to do something new. So we're at the kind of the precipice. Is that the correct word? Of this thing, which is about to kick off. So I think you're coming in at a good time where we have a bit of dollars, so we can do something cool with it. And it's I think because you've been in this community and really pushed us, and we think that it's about time someone fucking got behind you and pushed you. So we can't offer you fucking much more than just what we do, but I think fucking I can say from my own experience with Shred, trust me, he'll fucking say your name until he's blue in the face.
Yeah, so, we'll get your name out there even more than you already do, man. Not just that. You can put your name out there on the CD. Just like I want to go back to Drucifer on a lot of this stuff with the shame campaign. You know what I mean? He got Paul to do it. You know what I mean? And nobody's shaming you into this band or anything like that, but it's just like it was cool for Paul to put out a CD. You know what I mean? And then Lee was already putting out CDs and trying to get stuff done, so we knew this fucking guy was gonna fucking take off like a fucking rocket as he has. You guys don't even want to know. The success has been incredible, but now to also have like the likes of Ben and I did forget to mention Ghoulish Dave, Ghoulish Grin. Has finished a couple of songs just recently. We've got them. I think Lee. I don't know. We both listened to them. They're great, and that's going to be coming out soon too. So we're not sure what we're doing with it yet, but it's coming out too. But yeah. So
I think you'll sit. I think you'll sit perfectly. Amongst that, Ben. Like I really do.
Absolutely.
And so,
man.
And we've been saying this. We've been saying this for a while. We just never had the money, and there was always something like we had to kind of scrape together to get Paul, and then scrape together to get my one out, and then it's just been a fucking month. Every month there's been something. So we've been lucky in that sense. So now we've got a little bit of breathing room. We've got a little bit of money in the bank, so we can definitely do this right without cheaping out. So. I think it's cool as shit, and I'm proud to have you as much as, I'm proud to have Ghoulish and all that. I think you'll be a great fucking fit.
Thank you guys very much, man. I'm fucking honored.
He's badass.
This is awesome, man.
No better than awesome.
About fucking time. Someone can play your fucking song on their stream, Ben. I'm sick and tired of you playing everyone else's.
Yeah, exactly.
All right? Yeah, so you motherfuckers get out there, and when he puts it out, we'll let you know. Trust me, we're going to let you fucking know all about it, and you're going to be playing his shit. Right along everyone else's shit. So don't forget the Midnight Metal Madman when you fucking play your streams.
Absolutely.
Especially fucking Fraser will fucking nickel and dime you down to like $3 for the CD.
Yeah, Fraser wants it for a quarter.
Yeah, exactly. That fucking cheap prick.
Dude, you know what? You buy a lot of music, man.
You do buy a lot of music.
It's fucking hard,
Ben,
man.
Congrats. I fucking love you, my brother. I'm glad to have you. I gotta go. I gotta get some sleep before I get up in the morning. Fraser, you can go and whack off and do whatever you need to do.
I'm about to be heading out too,
yeah.
Hey,
I got
can I shoot a load on your beard and make it nice and white?
Yeah, man. Do it on the chest, though. On the chest.
I'm like Fraser. I hope you didn't say that to me because we ain't friends no more.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, Lee, brother, thank you very much for coming on, man. We're definitely going to be doing more of that stuff too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would listen. This is my thing, and before I go, I want to discuss this because this is short. Fred and I had this idea a while back. I think you'd be fucking great. So you guys did this whole Judas Priest thing, right? You rated those albums.
Yeah.
I agree with some of it, disagree with others, but trust me, it was very entertaining to watch. I think we should flip it, right? And instead of doing great bands, great albums, we should pick fucking albums that universally suck dick. But the challenge is we have to find why this album might be good, right? And I think it's painful. It's painful. It will be hilarious because now you've got to stretch to find why Load is good, right? And they've just released. They've just announced another edition of Load. If you haven't heard that, it's gonna suck just as hard as the other one. And if you didn't like the songs on it, all the songs are longer. But I think it's a great idea to fucking get some shitty albums and discuss. Maybe they're good. We just haven't experienced the greatness that no one else has seen. Maybe that's really what it could be. Definitely something we can do later on. But look, with that, thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you, Shred. Fraser, you know you're the king of Texas. Fred, I don't know where he's gone. Metal John, dude, I watch your videos, mate. They're too short. All right, so you need to do some longer videos.
Oh, Fred's good now at the end. There he is.
All right, and then I'm fully expecting a Warhammer CD collection on the next few, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm going to unsubscribe. Send you a nasty email. Anyway, gentlemen, I got to go to bed.
All right, sleep well, dude.
I'll speak to you all later.
All right.
Talk to you first thing in the morning. See you, old croc.
You will. See you, old croc. Fuck.
Later, brother.
See you, mate.
All right, guys. We are out. If you motherfuckers want tunes, give me about a half hour. I'll be back for some tunes.
Obviously.
Midnight Metal motherfucking Ben. Midnight Metal Ben. If you were up and you have to work overnight, you fucking go to that guy's channel. He will entertain you.
Hey, Shred Baird.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
There's a band. I know who came on No Band's channel one time. My friend Dan Castro.
Oh,
he's been on. Yep.
Nice, right on. Very cool. This is my first time actually on a Ben's channel.
Yes.
So
First
I just got de-virginized there. I can only say shortly, unfortunately, but we'll definitely do this more. Obviously, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I mean,
that was fun.
Fraser. Yeah, definitely.
Man, I've been on so many channels now, man.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, Fraser.
I'm a fucking Texas rock star now.
Yeah. If you're coming on all those channels, Fraser, you would just stop leaving the fucking crown in your car and just fucking wear it on every one.
Right here.
Yeah,
Well, then why isn't it on? I'm wearing a Fomorian hat. I'm pimping my shit. Pimp your fucking, be proud if you're gonna be the king. Be the king.
Hey, man, I'm out
I got
here
this
too,
fucking
man.
Metal Bench Chronicles shirt on. I think Metal John actually bought a shirt.
I did.
Yep.
Fucking A. I gotta get me one of those, Ben. Where do you sell those at?
Oh shit! On my Teespring page, I took down my shop page on my YouTube, whatever you call it.
Hey, make it easy for me, and I'll buy one. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right.
I can put it back. I can put it back up, brother.
Fred, honor to meet you inadvertently.
Good to meet you too. I know I've spoken to you on chat and shit like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen you, man. I've seen you, but I mean to meet you, to see you face to face, I suppose. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. It's fucking awesome, man. So.
Yeah, I'm on your webpage. There's no merch label on there.
I got pissed quick.
On who? On Ben's?
No, Florian Productions.
No, there should be.
Well, I've got
for merch.
Warhammer 666. Yeah, merch. Yeah.
No, it should be up. Hold on, let me ask the head producer. Let me see if she's still up here. I can go check it quickly, but it should still be up.
The Warhammer 666 logo. It just says music and community.
Huh. Hold on a moment here. Should be up. Hold on.
All right.
Oh shit.
He's looking for porn.
Nah.
I want to support the Warhammer, you know.
Hell yeah.
Hold
Hey,
on
I'm out
there.
here too, man. Peace out, people.
All right, Fraser.
Later, dude.
Later, man.
Later, man.
Later, dude.
Later.
That was cool seeing Shredbeard on channel.
Hell yeah.
He's an awesome dude.
Well, we're gonna have more fun in the
Still
future.
here.
Guaranteed.
Hold on.
I can't believe I'll be 46 in October.
No, it's up, man. I don't know. Refresh your stuff, Fred. It's up. Try to
Okay.
refresh your stuff. Refresh your stuff. I don't know. Unplug it. Plug it back in. I just checked it. It's all up. I'll double check. I'll double check with my head of production. Head of productions. Ben, Fred, John. Pleasure to see you guys. Are you still live?
Dude.
Oh no, we're still live. All right. Hey, thank you
Yep,
everyone
we're
in the
still
chat.
live, brother.
Support all these guys you see right here. They all got cool shit on their channels and shit.
Yes.
And Ben, again, love having you on the label now, man. Can't wait to
Thank
work
you,
with
brother.
you. So we'll spread the word. All right, guys.
Holocaust is now on fucking from Orient. There we go. Cheers.
That's right, Holocaust. Look for it. Coming soon. All right. Later, metalheads.
All right,
With
peace
vocal.
out.
With
All right,
vocal.
peace out.
That was badass.
All right, we'll be back in a minute for a radio show. So, all right, thank you all very much, man. And if you come back for the radio show, I can't wait to see you back. All right, later.
Later, dude.
Oh.